Solving equations. We're now going to solve equations looking at when there's x on both sides of the equal sign. If you want to pause the video, you can have a go at examples 13 through to 16. Example 13. You'll see here we've got a 5x on the left and a 2x on the right. We normally want just x equals at the end. So we have to first of all deal with the fact that there's x's on both sides. Deal with your x's first. And I would recommend trying to get rid of the smaller number of x's first. So the smaller number of x's is the 2x. 2x is smaller than 5x. So if I was to get rid of it or remove it from the right hand side, I'd have to subtract the 2x. And I can balance that out by subtracting 2x from the left hand side. What would I be left with? Well, I had 5x, I've taken off 2x, so I now only have 3x on that side. I still have the plus 3, didn't do anything, didn't add or subtract anything to that. So it's still plus 3. On the right hand side, I had 2x, but I took 2x off, so it disappears. And I'm just left with the 24. And after that first step, we now have a question similar to what you're previously doing when x is just on one side. We want to get x equals, so we need to first of all find out what 3x is, get rid of that plus 3. Get rid of the plus 3 by taking 3 off both sides. If we take off the 3, we'd just be left with 3x, nothing here. And if we take 3 from 24, we get 21. If 3x's are 21, how do we work out 1x? We'd have to divide through by 3. So we divide both sides by 3. 21 divided by 3 gives you 21 over 3. Or you could just work that out to be 7. Example 14. This time we've got a 3x on the left and an 8x on the right. We deal with the x's first. We get rid of the smaller number of x's. So we remove the 3x by subtracting 3x from both sides. So this 3x would disappear now. We'd just be left with 14 on the left hand side. On the right hand side, we had 8x. We've taken off 3x, which leaves us with 5x. And there's still that minus 1 there. We didn't do anything with that, so we need to remember to include the minus 1. We now have 14 equals 5x minus 1. I'd want to know not what 5x minus 1 is, but just what 5x is. So how would I get that? If I want to get 5x, I'd need to get rid of the minus 1. So I'd have to add 1 to both sides. If we add 1 to the right hand side, that minus 1 would disappear. We would just have the 5x. On the left hand side, we've got 14 plus 1, which will give us the 15. So 5x equals 15, or 15 equals 5x. If 5x is 15, I'd want to work out what 1x is. I'd need to divide through. I haven't said this much in this video, and I should maybe say it more. You're always, when you get to this last step, you're always dividing through by the number of x's, not just a smaller number. It has happened so far that the smaller number has been the number we're dividing by, but it doesn't mean we divide through the small number. We always divide through by the number of x's. So divide through by 5 in this case, and we get that x is 15 divided by 5, or you might just want to write down x is 3. Example 15. 4x plus 1 equals 19 minus 2x. So I look for the small number of x's, which is the minus 2x, and I want to get rid of that. To get rid of minus 2x, I need to add 2x on to get to 0. And I balance out my equation by doing the same to both sides. On the left hand side, I've got 4x and I add another 2x on, which would give me 6x. I still have the plus 1, so I include it. On the right hand side, we've got 19. And the minus 2x disappears because we added 2x onto it, which gives us 0. 6x plus 1 is 19. If I subtract 1 from both sides, that will get me what 6x is. So we now have 6x instead of 6x plus 1. We've taken off the 1. On the right hand side, if we take off the 1, we get 18. If 6x is 18, we divide through by the number of x's, which is 6. And we get that x is 18 over 6, or x is 3. Example 16. In example 16, we don't rush and look for the smallest number of x's. You can see here, actually, on the left-hand side, we've got 3 terms, and that can be simplified. So in the previous 15 examples, there was no simplification possible. But you always look out for simplification, especially when you see lots of terms on one side. You can never simplify across, by the way. You're only simplifying the left-hand side if possible, and then look at the right-hand side and simplify it if possible. The right-hand side you can't simplify, but the left-hand side, you'll notice there you've got a 7x and a minus 3x. So we could write that in a simpler way by writing down 7x take away 3x is 4x. So I'm rewriting the question and just simply changing the left-hand side to be 4x plus 5 because it's equivalent to that. I now look for my smaller number of x's, which is 2x, and get rid of it by subtracting 2x from both sides. If I subtract 2x from the 4x, we would get 2x. The 5 is still there. On the right-hand side, we've got 2x plus 1. We've taken off 2x, so we're just left with the 1. So 2x plus 5 equals 1. We can remove this plus 5. It's on the same side as the x, so I want to get rid of it. And we take 5 off both sides. That would give us 2x. The 5 has disappeared because 5 take away 5 is 0. And on the right hand side, we've got 1 take away 5, which is negative 4. So 2x equals negative 4. How would I work out what 1x is? I need to divide by my number of x's, which is 2. And we get that x is negative 4 divided by 2. And 4, if you ignore the negative sign, 4 divided by 2 is 2. And a negative divided by positive is a negative.